Do you guys want to see what I think is probably the most broken build order out there? Farmman Official here, and welcome to this Age of Empires 4 video. Today we're doing a Rus water map build order for primarily Boulder Bay, but I'm sure this could easily work on the other water maps too. Anyway, basically we're going to have full water control usually by about 6-7 minutes, and I think the only civilization that can counter this is probably the Rus, so it's probably going to be a Rus mirror match where this becomes a bit tricky if they're doing the same strategy. The idea is that you're going to have about 4 to 5 Lodya attacking ships in your opponent's eco. Well, they're basically their docks. They're going to take the docks out, and it's pretty insane. You're going to have so much of a free fish boom after that. So getting right into the build, in terms of the first 6 villagers, we take 4 of them straight over to wood, building a lumber camp, and the 2 remaining will go to sheep. The first 2 villagers from the town centre will go towards the bay to build a dock, and these 2 villagers will be taking shorefish. It's also really important to make sure that you're scouting really well. You want to find your 2 deer patches ideally and basically get the bounty from that, but you can actually get away with only 1 deer patch and a couple of sheep. Of course you get bounty for the sheep as well, so even if you're actually not taking the sheep, it's worth killing them in advance. Basically just get up to 200 gold from the bounty, because we're not going to be mining any gold before we age up. Once the 2 villagers from the town centre, the first 2 villagers have gone to the dock and the shorefish, the remaining villagers will go to food until you actually build the landmark to get up to the next stage. As you can see, we've just waypointed the TC villagers to come out to the sheep there, and we've found our second deer patch, which is fantastic. That will easily give us enough gold to get up to the next stage. Generally, the priority is to get up to that 200 gold and bounty. I wouldn't worry about too much the sheep if you're missing them out, because you're going to have basically a free fish boom, which is the fastest way to gather food in the game, and having that in this kind of map is incredibly strong. Alright, so we're up to 10 on food now. As you can see, we've been producing fishing ships as well. We essentially want to train, or build rather, 3 fishing ships before we age up, and then just after we've aged up, or during the age up, we'll be getting a 4th. So aiming for 4 fishing ships, and as soon as we've hit feudal age, those 4 fishing ships will actually go forward and we'll convert them into the attack ships. Alrighty, smooth sailing. And yeah, we're going to bring some sheep back to the town centre as well. We don't want to run out of food, because as you can see, we've got quite a few villagers underneath the town centre. They will move away obviously when we age up, but yeah, there's quite a few there. You also want to build a house before we get housed, obviously at 20 population, using the food villagers there, and we're about ready to age up actually. So when we want to age up, we take all the villagers that are gathering sheep and we build the golden gate. And after that, all new villagers from the town centre will be waypointed to wood, and we take 3 of the villagers that are building the golden gate to go to gold and build a mining camp. So this gold will be enough to be able to train attack Lodya ships when you're in feudal age, or if you've already got water control, well, you can use this to train early knights. As you can see now, new villagers from the town centre going to the wood line, and we're getting that 4th and final fishing ship before we age up. We want to make sure you can just about afford the mining camp. You will be able to. There we are, it's placed there, and yeah, we're looking good. Also, it's important to bear in mind that when you do get up to the feudal age, we will be using the golden gate tickets. We'll be selling some food for some gold, and then we'll be able to train those attack ships and convert those 4 fishing ships into attack ships. And it's really important as well, you take your scout forward, you want to make sure that your opponent actually has a dock and fishing ships to attack and harass. If they don't, well, I mean, you already got a massive fish boom going, and so your opponent's already behind. But if they do have a fishing ship kind of eco, you can go forward now with the fishing ships that you have. Now that we're in feudal age, those 4 are going to go forward, and as we can see, our opponent does have a dock, and we're going to force drop off the food once we've just got confirmation that he does have a dock, and they're going to go forward now, and we're going to convert them into the attack Lodya ships. We've sold the food in the golden gate. Also, just to clarify, all the villagers that will build in the golden gate go to it once it's constructed. We're slowly clicking the conversion. You won't be able to do all of them at the same time at the beginning, but whilst they're on the way, you will be able to. And yeah, just don't forget to build a house as well, so that you don't get housed, and we are looking fine and dandy. See, all the new villagers from the town centre are going to wood. Don't forget to build a couple of houses, And now you're going to have pretty much full water control. You've got 2 attack Lodya ships already, and 2 more to come. There we are, there's a third, and the 4th surely will be on the way soon. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so our opponent just can't really do anything now. Gonna have the 4th one going now, and we are actually training more from the dock as well. So at this point, guys, if you feel like you've already got water control, that's fantastic. What you can do behind this is go for feudal age aggression by dropping a stable, blacksmith, archery range, whatever you feel like you need to do. But if you don't have full water control, you could just keep training attack Lodya ships. And it's usually at this point you can start thinking about getting a second dock, and you've got a decision to make here. Just bear in mind you've only got 2 villagers on food, which will sustain a decent amount of villager production, but your town centre will be idle for a bit. But you know, getting water control can be huge, so I personally like to get a second dock and more attack Lodya ships and just focus on the water control. If you do go for a second dock for more attack Lodya ships, don't forget to add another 3 villagers onto gold. And once you've got full water control, then you can just switch back to fishing ships. And in fact, you can actually convert your attack Lodya ships back to fishing ships. It's not the most effective and kind of efficient way of doing things, but you know, if you know you've secured water, that's probably a good thing to do. Just bear in mind at this point as well, if you do have water control, your best kind of solution here is to go for some feudal aggression in terms of land units, because if you're facing this and you've lost water control, well, you're going to be on a timer, aren't you? So you're going to have to, if you're on the receiving end of this, you're going to have to be very aggressive in feudal age most likely before things get out of hand. So you playing as the Rus have to be prepared for that. And so going for early knights and just any army composition that is suitable for the civilization matchup, and also depending on what you've scouted, that's what you need to do. And yeah, as you can see now, we've got free fish boom. We're going for the fishing eco, and the food really gathers really quickly for the Rus civilization. So guys, honestly, I think this is a crazy build order, and it's going to work so well on this map. Do let me know, guys, if you know any counters to this, or you know, just your general thoughts on the build order. As I say, I think it's kind of broken, to be honest, but yeah, hope you enjoyed this build order tutorial, and if you did, do give the video a thumbs up as it really helps the channel. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all on the next video.